Yeah.
Yeah. We should just keep that going, and then you can
The whole
edit
time.
it. Yeah.
The song, It Is Well With My Soul, that last verse where it says, what is it? What's the first part? Then in that day or something,
Yeah.
when our faith becomes sight and the heavens roll back like a scroll.
Yeah.
The Lord has been instilling in me that when our faith becomes sight, at the end, when we see in the natural what our faith has declared, in what is in the supernatural, that it should match up with what we already see. So what the Lord has been saying to me is, it shouldn't shock you. I mean, of course we'll be in awe. Of course, I mean, like, it'll be crazy and awesome. But what's been stirring in me is the idea that when our faith becomes sight and the heavens roll back like a scroll, I'll be able to go, yes! Yes, this is what I've been seeing, because I live by faith and not by sight. So this makes sense.
Yeah.
That the world is like this, because the kingdom of heaven has been our focus.
Yes,
That's where our sight is in faith, in bringing the kingdom of heaven to earth.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't shock us, as in it shouldn't be so contradictory to what we've been seeing. It should match up with how we've already been living, what we've already been declaring and seeing, because we live by faith. We choose to see from heavenly perspective. So when heavenly perspective becomes earthly perspective,
swallows up your kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, it should line right up with what we've already been perceiving. So I want that. That's why I'm like, who's in my kitchen right now? Because from a heavenly perspective, we're not here on our own. And so let that become commonplace. Let that not become commonplace as in like, whatever, but let that become our reality.
Yeah.
Lord, I want that to be my reality.
Man, Lord, yes.
And it's not something that I'm seeking just for the excitement of going, oh my gosh, I'm talking to angels.
Right.
But like, no, this is what it is to be in relationship with the Lord and to live from heavenly perspective, is to interact with heavenly beings, to be in perfect and communal relationship with the Lord all the time, to hear his voice, to speak with him face to face. We've been given the opportunity to do that. He's paid for us to be able to speak with him face to face. The veil is torn, so let's just do that. So I want to believe for that and go, this is supposed to be normal. This is not my world here. So I don't want this to be normal. I don't want this to be a mostly empty kitchen table. And that this is just my reality. This is not my reality. I don't live from this reality. I live from a heavenly perspective.
And you live seated with him on the throne.
Yes.
Like, that's your reality. Let alone your perspective. It's your reality.
Yep.
It just,
That's the truth.
That's the truth. That's right. That's the word of God. That's what he says.
Yep. We are seated with him.
Yeah.
So.
Yes.
So that means we see what he sees. If we're seated with him, it means we have his perspective.
Yeah.
We're seated with him.
Yeah.
And we walk just as he did. So let's do that.
Yeah.
So I'm believing at this point that I just choose to believe that this is the new norm for me, and then whatever path and strategy that the Lord has to bring me into that place where it becomes more and more real, where I see more and experience more of the heavenly realm than I do this earthly realm. As I'm surrendered, I'm believing for it, and then the Lord will bring me on that journey to reveal it more in my life, whether it's through prayer and fasting, whether it's just in time with him, and however that works, I don't know. But it's only going to happen through relationship with him and intimacy with him. So it's his kingdom, which makes it mine.
Because you're his.
Yeah, he's my daddy. I was thinking about, no.